A 4-minute and 50-second excerpt from a video from Officer Ward's body camera, which the video is probably in excess of 40 minutes, but that video that you saw covers the initial contact that Officer Ward had with Ms. Shepherd up until the time they got her into custody and put her in the back of a vehicle. As I stated earlier, the actions of the officers, some of the conduct, some of the language, the behavior, it is not what we teach here at the Tuscaloosa Police Department. It's not consistent with the training that we teach at the Tuscaloosa Police Department, and we certainly don't condone that type of behavior or language from our officers. And so I will open the floor right now to any questions that you have, and then we'll take questions for a while, and then we'll move on. One thing about this video, once the press conference is over with, the 4-minute and 50-second excerpt that you're seeing there will be made available to you. I will provide you a location where you can go and view it, as well as the public will have that same ability to go and view that as well.
Why did they
What's going to happen to the officers for their behavior?
The officers are going to go before a disciplinary board, and once they've gone before the disciplinary board, that board will make a recommendation to me. Once I get their recommendation, I have the ability to either accept the recommendation as is, increase or change the recommendation, and then once I make my recommendation, it will go to the city attorney's office, and they will be scheduled to have a hearing before the city attorney and the HR director.
Why were they originally pulled over?
I'm not done answering the first question yet. Once that happens, they will look at the charges, and they will make a determination if the charges are indeed based on fact against the officers, the disciplinary charges that we bring. And if they are based in fact, then we can move forward with whatever discipline is deemed necessary. The officers do have the ability to have due process throughout this part of the disciplinary process, and so at different points in times we have a personnel board which they can make an appeal to, and have a personnel board actually hear their case and make a determination on the recommendation of discipline for the officers.
Would any of the women's
Let's go back here first.
Yeah. Why was she originally pulled over?
She was pulled over because she was involved in leaving the scene of an accident which occurred about 6:40 p.m. at Old Plantation Road in Greensboro, Old Greensboro Road.
Would any of the women's charges possibly be changing as a result of this?
Yes, I've been speaking with our city attorney, and she and I have been talking about the charges that were filed against Ms. Shepherd and how we proceed in getting those charges dismissed. So we are working towards that at this time.
What bothers you most about what we just watched, and how do you wish your officers would have responded?
Just the attitude, the language, definitely offensive. Berating, making threats, there's no place for it, there's no need for it. Those things alarm me more than anything. Like many of you, I saw the video on social media on Saturday afternoon, and in looking at the video, from what I saw at that time, it looked like the officers were using the force that was necessary to overcome someone that they were trying to arrest. And I didn't think that the force was excessive, but I did feel that it warranted a second look and a more in-depth investigation. And so we began that investigation on Saturday, trying to determine what had occurred.
What did he? Oh, sorry.
So once we started the investigation, we pulled the body camera video from the officers. And the reason you see Officer Ward's video and not Officer Lackey's video, because if you notice, Officer Lackey was wearing a rain jacket in the video. It had been raining that day, and his rain jacket covered up his video. So all you get is the same audio that you get from Officer Ward's video, but you get none of the actual footage that's covered. The footage that you see in Officer Ward's video is after his video has been knocked off of his uniform, and it's laying on the ground, and it stayed upright, and that's why the angle is the way that it is, and that's why you see a limited amount of what you see.
Chief, we know that you take great pride in training your officers the right way to make traffic stops. How disappointed are you about how they handled this?
I was very disappointed. Like I said, initially I had concern when I saw the video, but in looking at the video, I watched it several times, not the video we just watched, but the original video on social media. I watched it several times on Saturday, and again watched it several times on Sunday, trying to see if what the officers were doing were consistent with the training that we teach. We teach ASP training, we teach officers how to grapple with individuals that are on the ground, and so I didn't see anything excessive at that time. I saw one strike with an asp, and it appears that after Ms. Shepherd was struck with the asp at one time, that she began to comply, and the officers were able to get her into custody. And so I thought, that's not excessive, that's something that we teach the officers. They were using restraint. Yes, they were struggling and they were wrestling around on the ground with Ms. Shepherd. And it's incredibly difficult when you're in a situation like that where you have somebody that is resisting your efforts to place them in handcuffs to get them in a position where you can get them handcuffed. And so initially, when I saw the video, I felt that it warranted more investigation, but I was not overly concerned about it. It was not until on Monday afternoon when I saw this video that I became concerned and that I realized that the officers had not followed policy and procedure with respect to the language that they used, the conduct that they used. Even after the event is over and Ms. Shepherd seated on the ground, I had a serious problem with the comments that they were making and the threats that they were making, because we don't teach our officers that. We don't train our officers to do those things. And so for me, that caused a lot of anger, a lot of frustration. I was disappointed in the officers. I was disgusted by what I saw, what I heard, and I was embarrassed by it, because it does not reflect our core values here at the Tuscaloosa Police Department. It does not reflect on the other men and women out here that go out every day and work hard to make this community safe and build strong relationships with our community. Incidents like this can tear down all of our efforts, and that's a problem for me. And so now we have to start the process over of gaining that public trust back, and that's what we will be working towards from this point forward, is trying to gain the public trust because of this incident right here.
They kept saying that she grabbed something. What exactly?